Yeah, boy. Welcome, everybody, to the Off the Menu podcast, episode 94. I'm your host, Moose. I'm with my boys, my brothers, my co-host, Tay.
Hello, everyone.
P.
What's good, y'all?
And we have a very, very special guest, everybody. Very special guest. We have Cassie, owner of Honey Boba, manager of Play Cool, nail tech, entrepreneur, go-getter, big stepper, going crazy.
Hello, everyone.
Round of applause.
For some reason, I thought that was going to be gunshots. So I started doing that.
We usually save the gunshots for when we do the technical.
Oh, and not to forget, we have our technical support in the back, Sifu Ying. See, I didn't do the guns that time, but he got me.
Yeah, he got you. How are we doing today, Cassie?
I'm doing good.
That's good to hear.
Good.
Thank you for making your way out here. I had seen a couple of your reels on Instagram, and I thought it would be amazing to share your story here on Off the Menu.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, this is Off the Menu podcast, episode 94. Thank you guys for watching thus far. We are very close to hitting 500, so please help us get there, 500 subs, and then we're thinking about doing a giveaway. Brian Chow did say that he would doing one photo session, 1 hour for a single person in there. So if we can get to 500, maybe I'll do a giveaway for a photo session with Brian Chow. Wow. Happy belated birthday as well to our brother,
Mr. Chow Mein.
Yeah.
Sexy little boy.
Jeez, that sounds terrible.
Talking about Brian
Drake.
Chow.
Okay,
my
Drake.
bad, dog. My bad.
Okay,
this
Dr.
was bad timing. It's Brian Chow. Look him up, please.
Well, let's go ahead and get into the episode. We'll start off with the question: who are you and what do you do?
Hi, my name is Cassie Wu. I am the owner of Sunny Honey. I manage Play Cool, and I am also do nail on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're just very busy, right?
Yeah.
Very busy.
It seems like when you have those kind of like accolades behind you, that you seem like a very busy person that just wants to keep working.
Yeah, that's correct, because I feel like it's like a Asian thing, like the working ethic, like you just keep working.
Yeah.
To make sure that you got a good life and stuff. And we learn it from our like older generations.
Yeah.
So just always keep working and stuff.
Yeah. And we get that out, right? That's as Asian Americans, when our families have came to America 70s, 60s and stuff, like it was, for us as a younger generation, it was like we didn't really understand until we grew up, right? Mm-hmm. They came here not knowing the language and not understanding how to get a job.
Working two jobs. Yeah.
They worked really hard, and it's so crazy because it's a lost part of our generation that, from our grandparents to our parents to us, it skips and we became lazy.
We too soft.
That's what they say.
It's true though, you know?
No, yeah, my parents would give me shit all the time.
Same here.
Like, especially if it's like, I remember being 19 and they're just like they're used to, you get a job and you work that for the rest of your life. For me, I was like jumping all over the place, doing this and that. And they're just like, you gotta put your head down and work. And then I didn't learn that until I was like 21, 22.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty
early.
early.
Yeah, I know, but it's
I'm
like,
still learning that.
but for me, it was kind of like when that snaps and you're like, oh, it feels good to like hustle and work whatever you're doing. Right?
Reward yourself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For you though, when did you come to the U.S.?
I came here 5 years ago, 2019.
Wow.
That's like right before COVID happened.
Yeah.
So when I got here, 3 months later, COVID hit. So it just like locked down and stuff. So at the time, I was mostly working at David Restaurant for like a year. And then I moved to another restaurant.
That was Playku, right?
Yeah, it was Playku. And then I moved to another restaurant, Cafe Chang in West Jordan.
Cafe Chang,
really?
right there on 78, right next to Top Golf.
Yeah.
I used to go there all the time.
Oh no,
West
that's the Midvale one.
Oh,
That's
the
one on like
is
56.
West Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. West
I
Jordan
used to
is
live-
78.
Oh, it's on 78?
Yeah, on the 78.
Because I used to live right by that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, further west on 56?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I've been working restaurant for like almost a year and a half, and then my cousin, David and other cousin said, "Hey, we want to open like a franchise boba, but we need like a manager, and we know that you could be a good one. So it was like, okay, I'll come back to help. And so they started that franchise, and at first it was good, but there's a lot of problem with franchise boba, and they don't have enough supply, and it's too far because they like all the way in New York, like so it's like kind of a far, and it's there's so many problems that my cousin decided like not to continue the franchise anymore, and they just decided to drop it. So I was like, okay, if you guys decided to drop it, I would start studying nail, like try something else. So when they closed for like a month, David asked me if I want to take over the place, and I was like, I don't have any money. Like I seriously don't have any money. I just got here. I worked at a waitress for so long and saved enough money to go study, to go do nails. So I was like, I don't have any money, David. And he's like, I got you. Like I will help you with that, like payment plan, whatever you need. So I was like, okay, I will take it. So I have no money. So I took out credit cards. I have 3 at a time. I took out loans. Yeah, that's a lot. And then it's like 2 weeks in, one of the original owner said, no, we don't want to sell it anymore. And
Wow.
What the hell?
I was like so stressed because I already put in like order for supply and like news time, everything. So, and then we tried to talk it out for like a month, and finally all of them agreed to sell it to me. So it was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't know what to do if they decided not to sell it to me anymore, because I already took out the money. I already took out the loans. So yeah, that was really stressful at the beginning.
When did you start? What year was that?
It's been 2 years. So that's 2022. Yeah,
Okay.
September 2022.
So when you get here for 2019, you're just working as a manager, server, waitress, and then you finally decide to
start my own business. Yeah.
Wow.
That's just such a short time
Bro,
frame.
yeah,
That's not long at all.
Yeah. I feel like I got lucky because back in Vietnam, my mom used to have a restaurant, and I've been like familiar with restaurant running and stuff for like so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I worked for the franchise boba, they flew me to New York for training and stuff. So I kind of like getting to know everything, and I managed that franchise for like almost 8 months, and I know how it's running. Okay. So when I started my own boba shop, I changed up a little bit. The recipe, like how you do it and stuff, make it easier for my staff to like do it, you know. But yeah, it was a big risk, I have to say.
Has boba been something that you've always been like interested in, or was it something that kind of just happened because you had that relations with your cousins?
I have to say that just like happened. Like I know that I want to open a restaurant one day, but at the time I do not have money and stuff. So I feel like this is a really big opportunity that someone can offer me.
Right.
And even though it's like big risk for me to take out loans, but I feel like if I work hard enough, I will make it work.
And it's showing. Yeah. It's showing. That's awesome. I want to ask, what's one of the most difficult things or most people don't think about when going into this business, right? Like going into boba shops, like what's one of those things that a regular person wouldn't understand in a sense when it comes to like supply or shipment or like, how to create a recipe, whatever it may be, right?
I think the recipe is the most important thing. Like, you can, like, you need like to have like a good one for people, like, because at the beginning, what we want to do is like, we try to make a boba that is not very sweet. Like it's healthy. The sugar level is low. That's what I've been telling our customer that our store is different from another store because our sugar level is actually very mild. Like you should try it at 100% first. And if it's still too sweet for you, then you can reduce later. But I love boba and I want to drink it every day. So that's why I don't want it too sweet. Every time it's something too sweet, like American dessert, I was like, oh, this is too sweet. I can't take it, So it's one thing.
That's kind of the Asian way though. It's like if it's sweet but not too sweet is like the perfect compliment.
Yeah, almost like a savory type sweet. That's how I think like a lot of Asian cultures, they've implemented that because before being introduced to Western culture, before the sugars, that's what they were doing, right? So we have, in the Laotian culture, a lot of desserts that are not fully sweet.
No, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that goes for like when you're trying to make a drink, because I think that's the one thing that turns me away from boba. Like when our friends go and drink boba all the time, I won't drink boba because of how sweet it is,
Yeah.
And that we have to share it. I have to water it down first.
I used to love it
drink
as a child, but now I can't, bro. I
Yeah.
can't even finish. Yeah.
As an adult, I think your palate starts to change, and you don't want it as sweet, and you want it to last longer, if anything.
True.
Yeah, and
Right.
boba's known to be like very unhealthy. So it's cool that you guys went to like less sugar, because
Yeah.
that's huge, especially for me. I had to get everything half sweet everywhere else that I go. So it's really smart that you guys went that route too.
Yeah.
Was that difficult, like a hurdle to kind of get over?
Yeah,
to find
it's
the
very
right-
hard at first, and then also because we mostly use fresh fruit or like fruit. We don't use syrup or powder, so that's why
nice.
it's like
Nice.
the
Crazy.
flavor is more, but like the sweetness is like less too, because no syrup or like no powder. We use like basically jam or like fruit and to make our drink fresh and less sweet.
Wow,
That's nice.
That's nice to
Yeah.
hear,
Yeah.
because you go to a boba place usually, and it's powder.
Syrup
Yeah.
or powder.
And syrup.
It's like a
And-
quick turnover
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's easy.
But
quick.
when you watch, like, if you follow like the Sunny Honey Boba, Instagram, you get to see the behind the scenes of how like they're getting it down, like hand mashing, putting things together, and like stuff like that. You guys even catered for like a wedding. I saw that one.
Yeah.
And like you guys made the process seem so seamless. So I applaud you
Yeah.
guys for being able to train your staff and get that going, because I'm pretty sure, you guys could have went the direction of powder, and it would have made it easier, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel lucky because my team, like all the staff, is very close. So I try to make a working environment in Sunny Honey is like more like a family style.
Nice.
So everybody take care of each other and everybody close to each other.
Yeah.
So like they understand like the process of working, or they understand each other
Yeah.
really well. So I love
Nice.
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing about like having a business, is that if you're able to create like a family-oriented business, they're never gonna really want to go anywhere. They're gonna want to work, because that's how families usually, collaborate together.
Yeah.
It just makes the workplace more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially like restaurants, and I'm sure it's like they're very stressful.
Yeah.
Like I can only imagine how
Bro.
crazy it gets.
Yeah. I would want to ask, in the sense of staffing, did you know these people prior?
Yes.
You did?
So
Okay.
yeah. So most of them were working for the franchise, and
Oh,
then when
really?
they closed, so we did not talk for like a month, right? And then when I said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna take over," and they all like all excited and stuff, like, "We will go work for you."
Oh, really?
So when I started, they come to help, and yeah, I have like original like franchise worker that still work for me right now.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and one of my manager is like has been working for me from the franchise to now. It's like almost 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah, so they stay very long, and I love that because I don't need to like train new people
exactly.
Yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, that's make it really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So Sunny Honey Boba is a corporate. There's a corporate.
No, so
No.
before it's a Mochi. So Mochi
Mochi.
is the
Yeah.
franchise.
It was a
Yeah.
franchise. That
Yeah,
you were,
and then
okay.
Sunny
Now it's-
Honey just on its own. Like I'm.
You made your own.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, that's where I was getting mixed up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, from the story, it was passed on to her, and she was able to collaborate and then pick up on it, and then now make it to
With
her own.
location,
Yeah.
and then you take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And you're located downtown, is that correct?
Yeah, it's like north, second red north.
Yeah.
So it's like by Capitol a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So closer to
Like
the avenues.
Marmalade, yeah.
Yeah. So
Great
that's
location.
Yeah, that's gonna be an amazing location, because like usually when you make it that far north, you kind of lose a lot of those
Yeah.
places.
A lot of businesses
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of business.
Yeah.
So yeah, how is it having the boba shop in that area?
So at the beginning, it's like a building, Marmalade building, like district, right? And before it's just just one restaurant and the sushi place and the boba store.
Right.
So it's very empty. It's especially at night, it's empty because there's not a lot of people live there. Because like if you go like 15 minutes, you go to reach Bountiful, but before that, it's like empty. So I was struggling at first, and I'm sure the other business as well. But lucky for me that we have like a West High School right
West
there.
High School. Right?
So it helps in the morning. We get a lot of rush, like at lunch in the morning, and it helps a lot. And now there's more business coming in that district, like in the building. So it draw a lot of customer in,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing too.
Yeah. And then for you guys, because you also were awarded Best Boba, right?
Top 3.
Top 3?
Yes.
But that's still pretty good because, the state of Utah has been, there's so many boba shops, right?
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
for you guys to be able to even stand out and be in the top 3, congratulations to you and the business.
Only
your
being
staff.
open for 2 years too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I was surprised
Yeah,
because
even better.
one day my manager just told me, "Hey, Cassie, we were nominated as top 10 best Salt Lake City," and I was like, "How is that possible? We have so many competition right there." And then she's like, "Yeah, we do." We get it. I got the email that say that we in.
Yeah.
So right now we just need to run for either top 3 or like top 1. I was like, there's no way we're gonna get a top 1 because we
So cool.
barely knew, But I was grateful because it was recognized at top 3, and I thank you a lot. I feel grateful.
2 years in business and being top 3, that's that's huge. Yeah, it's amazing.
And that's kind of right now it's kind of boba is and like drinks are kind of cutthroat in Utah because you got first of all you have soda beats out everything, and then you got coffee, right? And then so for boba to come in and make its transition into the Utah like corporations and stuff, it's for you to stand out as a boba company first of all and a place where people go and drink. Congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody in Utah knows we love our sweets out here, no matter how it comes. So that is like a big feat. And one thing that I was like really curious about, what are like going back to the franchise? Were there some pain points compared to like when having a franchise compared to having something that independently yours?
So as far as I know, with the franchise, you have to pay monthly fee, and then you have to rely on them on supplies.
Yeah.
And there's another one. It's like when you want to do any promotion, they will take. So usually you have gross sales and you have net sales. They will take the percentage on the gross sales. That means even though you're losing money, you still have to pay full price for them.
Wow.
And that's what I don't like when I see it. And and then I've seen they're late on supplies. Sometimes we put in an order and it's like 2-3 months later they come in, and sometimes it's not enough. And that's what I don't like about a franchise. Like control a lot of stuff, and then it makes the cost higher. Like your order in trading is much higher than you do it in like independent.
Yeah.
And so, but it's good that they they have the names for it. If the franchise do a good on marketing, then it's good. But the previous one didn't do a good job on marketing. So that's why we don't have a lot of customer. So stuff like that. So I feel like it's that when I took over the business, my thought was that is a good location. It's near a high school. And then I just need to make like enough to run it, and that should be good. And that's what my thought is. Why I don't want any franchise, and I just do it on my own.
Yeah. Which is really like important, right? Because I know like a lot of up and coming entrepreneurs, like franchise is feels like a really good opportunity, but I know it comes with a lot of weight to it when you jump in there.
I mean, it's easier, but it's definitely easier when you start it. But if you have the experience, you can just do it on your own. But also do it on your own. There's a lot of like, if you got to have like a lot of experience, and also like marketing. Like at the beginning, we didn't make that much, so we made barely enough to cover the bills. And then and at the time I was thinking like, should I work at a store full time or should I go out and work? Like that's why I go out to work nails, because I feel like doing nails will make more money for me to help with the business.
There you go.
So that's why I let my manager run the store, and then I would just work nail on the side for like the whole year, and use the nail money to pay the bill, pay that. And December 2023, so it was just last year, I was so much in debt. Like I couldn't pay the rent. I couldn't pay like employee and stuff. I was so stressed like December 2023.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got really lucky because Natalie, assistant manager, make a post about a gingerbread cups. and then it blowed up. It went viral. And we got people like the whole month. We got people comes in like constantly, even though before we open.
Awesome.
And it's kind of like the instant money just helped my business flow, and it just amazing. Got so good. And it was like, I feel so lucky.
Yeah. I was going to ask, so that was the time where like it took off for you?
Yeah.
Like everything just started, the ball started rolling?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow. It's so amazing how the internet,
ago,
though.
Bro.
Yeah. That's like 6 months ago.
That's crazy.
Because you started September 2022, right?
Yeah.
So you're already a year and a couple months in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were going, and that's got to be a tough time to go through things because, it's during the holidays. So you don't want to really stress out about business or anything. So, applaud you as well for being able to put yourself through, and applaud your staff that Natalie, shout out Natalie for doing that.
During
Because
Christmas,
understanding the power of the internet is like the biggest thing when
Gingerbread, Christmas, boom,
everything. But like when you're trying to like make it in this world right now, you have to do stuff on the internet to pull yourself out of wherever you're at, right?
That's what I noticed too about like desserts in general. They're very centered around something that has a lot of eyes on it. When it gets really popular, especially online, right? Like for example, like cronuts. I remember when that popped off, everybody started having cronuts, and it just kind of is this weird ebb and flow of cronuts? Like, what are cronuts? It's a croissant donut.
Oh, I'd never.
It's like a donut with like layers and stuff that you pull apart.
So it's like croffle.
Yeah,
a croissant waffle.
Yeah.
I'd never had one of those. So
really? You gotta try that. You gotta try
pretty far. So I feel it's probably like so hard to kind of like navigate that kind of world where it could be really hard to have all that competition, but once you have that one like star item, even for like any industry, like it's pretty awesome that it's able to like help you out.
I was gonna say, do you guys have like a go-to item on your menu, like for new people or whatever it may be?
Yeah, so our most popular item is like the cream brulee milk tea. So it's like traditional milk tea, but have a creme brulee topping with it.
Oh,
yeah.
what?
So that's like the most popular drink.
Really?
Yeah. I think for them, because I followed when I started following up with how they run their business, and like because I get interested about how people are doing things here in Utah, right? How they stand out, and I think the way you guys stand out is that because you guys are not a franchise, you guys are able to play with your menu all the time, right?
Yeah.
And so when you guys are doing like a mango thing special,
mango sago, yeah.
And so, but you guys have the opportunity to, keep up with everyone else by doing something like that.
Yeah, that's right. I feel that that's the biggest thing with doing it independently, that you can do promotion whenever you want. Yep. You can do like new drinks, like special drinks when you want, and just try out, more option for your menu. So last Valentine, we do kind of like a strawberry shortcake with Natalie come up with. It's like a strawberry slush, and then we do with creme brulee. So it's really, really good. And then this summer we think, let's try mango sago, because we've been seeing that like all over internet, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, why don't we do like mango sago? And then when at the first week we tried it out, everybody loved it. It was like, we should put it in the menu. And then we put it in the menu, and like people love it. And it was supposed to be like just a temporary one, like a special one. Yeah. But because people love it so much, they say we should keep it like on the menu, So it's like, that's a good thing, I think.
And that's got to be a hard thing, because since you guys use fresh fruits and like syrup and jams and stuff, having to adjust your menu all the time because the seasons of fruits, right?
Yeah. So it's hard because right now, because of the mango season, we use fresh mango, and I'm the one who like cut the mangoes every day. It's stressful. But in the winter, when it's shorted, we have to use like the frozen one, but it's still like fruit, like not just the powder.
Yeah, still real fruit.
Yeah, still real fruit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it seems like you go to do you always go to the shop then?
Yeah, I'm the one who goes shopping. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So before I would go like once a week, but right now it would be like 2 or 3 times a week. It just depends. Yeah. And I have a small car, so I can't load everything at one time. Yeah. So I have to go like 2-3 times.
That's so busy.
Wow, multiple trips.
Because when you're not even at work, you're working.
Yeah, that's right.
I asked that because we had Sean on here and he talks about he runs the Park Cafe down in by Liberty Park on 13, and he was talking about every day he closes up after they close up and clean up. He goes to Costco, gets ready for the next day. And so it's running your own business is a 24-hour job. 24/7. You always got to think about what's next step. How to get to where you guys want to be. And then for you guys, it's constantly always, having to make something new and see what fruits are in season and work from that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Is your assistant manager the one that creates like the new things, like the off menu things, or do you guys come together and create those? You said your assistant manager.
Natalie?
Right?
Natalie, yeah. So Natalie and Jaden, my managers, we are pretty close. So we have a group chat and we will see like, hey, we should do that. We should
so
do
you
this.
three would come together?
Yeah, would come together. And if I see anything interesting on Instagram, I would send Natalie, say, hey, Natalie, we should make this. And then she would come up with like a lot of stuff.
Recipe, how to do
Yeah,
so.
and I feel like she's really good because before when she started, she just like, it's just a project from school. So she's just like, hey, Cassie, can I shoot some pictures? Because I have a project from school that I need to report to the school. So I was like, I don't mind. You do whatever you want. Yeah, do whatever you want. And then it started picking up and she get really good at it.
Yeah.
Like she's just so different from other boba store in Utah because they don't really focus on their social media. But
100%.
Natalie, Jaden, they are Gen G, right? So they really familiar with those stuff. And I trust them like completely. Like I don't have the input in that, but they did a really good job. And then I trust them completely.
Who manages your guys' social media?
It's Natalie.
It's Natalie?
Yeah,
we need a Gen G, dude.
It was your sister.
But she's an old soul. That's the problem. Nessie's an old soul.
I know she is.
So it's hard.
That's like all the people we attract, though.
Yeah, that's really hard. Because like when we have like the younger guests come on, it's like, man, what are they talking about?
What are they saying?
I'm confused sometimes.
I feel the same because all my staff are like way younger than me. They're like 19, 20, right?
Yeah.
And I'm in my 30s. I was like, I don't know what you guys talking about, but I will allow it. I will try to plan in.
Yeah. As long as it works though, right? And it's nice that you give them creative control.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, when you're younger and you're introduced to being in a business, it's like, that's amazing. Because, when we were young, that's not something that people look at us for, right? They're like, no, just work.
Just do the job the way we asked you to do it. Yeah.
Do what you're trained on, right? Or do what you're being told to do.
Yeah.
But now it's like, hey, I have, I think this could really help us. And it, it worked, with the gingerbread idea,
Yeah.
So those cups, like that's, that took your store to the next level, right? And that also opened up opportunities for you guys to be like, oh, we can do something else.
Yeah.
Something so little but so big,
right?
It's so crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So you work a 9 to 5 pretty much, and then you run the store, or is this just something you do? Like you do the nails on the side, and then you work at Playku?
So with Playku, I just do the schedule, and I just come and help when it's like busy at the weekend, like Friday or Saturday, or whenever like they can't make it to work and they're like urgent, and I will come into work for Playku. So it's flexible. With nail stuff, before I work 6 days a week, like.
Wow.
So
where's all this time?
I know. I was like,
how do you have time to peel mangoes and cut them and then do nails and then run to Playku and then shop?
Yeah, so
that's a 13-hour workday.
That's the thing. Like I feel pretty lucky because when I work at the nail, like all the people that work at Playku. So for example, I have 10 on Playku and 10 from Sunny Honey, right? So if they need cover, I would ask someone is off duty to come into work, and I feel like. I talk to people. It's easy to talk to people to come into work. I feel like they really just like a good friend. If someone can make it work, just go cover.
Yeah.
But if they really can't, then it would take maybe 1 or 2 days off from nails to go cover. With Sunny Honey, it's running pretty well because we have a system right there, and then everybody willing to go. So aside from going shopping and come in to help with the kitchen stuff, I usually do not need to be there.
Okay, okay, that's nice.
So it's like very, and then I want to keep it that way because I don't want to be like always to be at the store, and then and I feel like if the boss is always at the store, it make the staff uncomfortable. I feel like, so I feel like it's, if the managers there, assistant managers there, and we have shift leaders, so they do have responsibility to like work their job and to look after each other. So that's the good thing. I do not have to worry about that my business, but the debt. That's the only thing.
But the money.
You just have to be the boss.
The money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be a good feeling that, something, coming to America, first of all, 5 years ago, and then, understanding, America is a place where there's an American dream. Everyone knows there's an American dream because the opportunities you receive here, right, are second to none, if anything, right, compared to where you're usually from, right? Yeah. And you've been able to live that kind of American dream. You got into debt, which is American, such an American way of doing
right.
Uncle Sam.
But then also you were able to pull yourself out of it, understanding that you can make this business work.
Yeah.
Right. So
it's a hard thing, man.
Yeah.
Because our parents, they probably like, it was a dream of theirs to own a business in a sense, but it was one of those things where like, I don't want to be in the hole. I don't want to be in debt. I want to take that risk. I need to work this 2 jobs so I can get a house and I can feed for my family.
Yeah.
So like they had the same opportunity, but it just looks a lot different. It's just crazy to look at as.
Yeah, as as we're getting older, we're starting to understand how things were worked and how it's working now, right? Yeah. So for our parents and anyone that's older than us looking at us, like we understand that there's opportunities where in what we're doing, right? Yeah. And so it's hard to really explain that to immigrant parents or immigrant whatever it may be, that in America you can really do something. Yeah. Right. And take those opportunities, take that leap of faith and gamble on yourself. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what you did, right? You gambled on yourself because you didn't come to America thinking that I'm going to do nails or I'm going to do any of this other stuff. Yeah. You understood that you were going to kind of work in the restaurant industry because of your mom's restaurant, right? Yeah. What kind of background was that? What kind of restaurant does your mom own?
So, in Vietnam, we have like those late night restaurant where we open from 5 p.m. to 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So it's like a late night or like a overnight thing restaurant. And it was pretty tough because, late night like that means you have to deal with a lot of like drinking people and stuff like that. And it's pretty hard. And my mom opened that for like over 10 years. And I've been in that restaurant from, working in the kitchen, cleaning dishes, watching the motorbikes, and because, you don't have parking lot. Yeah. So people light up the bikes and you have someone to look at it. So no one steal it. So I would be like that person. And then I start working like at a chef in the kitchen and then start taking over like running the business when my mom's gone. So I play every role in that.
Did everything in
everything in the restaurant when you have to because you live in an Asian family. So you are you got tribal labor. So you got work.
She said, "Got to make them work, man."
They gonna start working you early. You know.
Yeah.
It's not work. It's your playtime. That's what it is.
Character building.
When my parents were like, "Hey, go mow the lawn for fun," I'm like, "This is not fun anymore."
For fun,
it's not.
When I was younger, it was fun for a second. Then it was getting hot days. And it's
like, Well, then you're up you have to wake up at 6 a.m. to beat the sun. You gotta get out there. Yep.
Lucky enough, my dad had little.
The motorized one?
Yeah,
you let it pull itself. You had to guide it.
Yeah, I just had to.
Honestly, my dad wasn't too bad. My dad was really easy on us. But my brother was the freaking micromanager. He would come out and be like,
"Hey, go do it.
Hey, man, that looks wrong." And I'm like, "Come on, dude. I'm just having a good time."
So you moved to the U.S. Did you have family here besides David, or did you just?
I have my dad's family side.
Oh, your dad's
so it's
side.
like my aunt, my uncles, most of everybody's live here.
Okay.
But I think I'm closer to David because we work together. Yeah. So most of the time I work with him.
You came here and you lived with your aunts,
I live with my older cousin.
Okay.
So it's my uncle.
Okay.
I live in the basement and then they live on,
Yeah.
top.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you came to Utah first, right?
Yeah, I came to Utah
because
first.
family was here.
Yeah.
Because family was here. Yeah.
I always just think it's funny because, like, when we grew up here, and it's like when we hear people coming to Utah, it's like, why Utah first? Like, why not California,
places,
or like Houston or stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Where the Asian per capita is like you outnumber everyone.
No, totally.
Yeah. So you kind of have a system now with Sunny Honey and what you do on your daily, and are you always trying to evolve the business inside and like trying to make things different, or do you just like where things are at and then you just figure it out from there?
I just kind of figuring out step by step, because so trying to like, first of all, like trying to pay off debt first, and then try to like focus on the business, like what can make it like stand out more. Like for example, like the special cups is pretty good for us because none of the boba store done that. So we done a gingerbread cup, we done snowman, we done egg cups for Easter, and that's really popular too. So that's what one thing I want to focus after paying off my debt is like make it more unique. Boba store, because you can get boba everywhere, but like it's just one thing that I want to go to that store because of that. Not just because of the drink, because that's just one thing I want to focus on.
And it's funny is because like we've had people come through here and like they tell us business plans and stuff, and I'm like, honestly, just make everything collectible. That's the one thing, the one thing society, as we collect stuff, we do. We want to keep something of it, right?
To remember, like, oh, this drink was fucking good.
Like you go to Starbucks in every city, and they have a Starbucks cup for that city.
He has a Starbucks. He has a Starbucks.
I got plenty, bro. I got so many.
We have them just for fun. We got Tokyo. We got Osaka. We have, we just
don't even drink coffee.
We just collect things. Though,
seriously, you guys are hoarders, not collectors.
Whoa. Hold on. I have an All Might downstairs that's worth $500.
I was gonna say they have value,
and nobody would even look at it and be like, "That's worth $500." I'm a collector.
It's got some value. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pop.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's funny,
dude. Even like the Japan Starbucks, they have like every year they have the Zodiac collection that comes out.
Yep.
That stuff it just blows out the shelves, man. It's just like so. And they have like hella value to it too. So
whoa, that would actually be a crazy idea for you guys to do for a cup. A dragon cup would go kind of crazy.
Like you heard of
dragons,
folks.
isn't it? Yeah.
Year
of the Dragon.
Because even that reminds me too. Like when we would go to California, like there would be like cool little boba shops, and we're like, oh yeah, I got this little thing, and then just like it kind of brings back that memory too, and it's cool to have that in Utah.
Yeah.
Bro, every time we go and like Sandy gets a cup, is like
that's the person I thought of.
Bear. Every time they see a bear or something, they're like,
Sandy.
"No, I'm gonna keep that." I'm like, really? What are you gonna do with it? And then now we have a bear in our arsenal.
Oh my god!
But that's what it is, though. You want to feel like you go to something. How do you stand out as a business, right? You got to look at things that people want to take home. And it's like, you go to a regular boba shop, it's just plastic cup, boom, throw it away. But your kid's gonna see it and be like, oh, wow, wow, I want that, Dad, or I want that, Mom. And that's how you get them, the kids.
The kids.
Yeah,
kids.
that's how we got it, the kids. Yeah. With a gingerbread cup, like, it's like Christmas ham. And I didn't think it's going to be so busy, because before that we have the cat cups, which do not really sold out very well.
Yeah.
So when I ordered gingerbread, I was just like, okay, just order like some of it and see how it goes. Boom. In 2 days, we out. And then I was like, in 2 days we out, and then I have to keep ordering like constantly every week. And you see, like we have a drop every week because we don't have enough supplies. And then we have people drive 2-3 hours just to get a gingerbread cup, and I feel so bad that we ran out of cup, and it was like, I'm so sorry. So they were like, okay, they're gonna leave the phone number, or they're gonna call the store first to make sure we have the cup before they drive out. It's like I feel so bad.
Damn. So you can't guarantee.
That's commitment, man.
So nice.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
It is a blessing.
Because you
and a
got
curse.
fans.
Yeah.
And you don't want to disappoint your fans.
I know. It was like one woman come with like 8 or 9 kids, and like they all want the gingerbread cup, and it was like,
oh my gosh,
I don't know.
Welcome to Utah.
Yeah.
There's got to be a limit per family, though. That's the issue of Utah.
Yeah.
Is that
It's a limit per family.
Yeah, that's the one thing is like because at the beginning we didn't limit the number of it, so one person can buy 4 or 5 gingerbread cups.
God,
so
wow.
So after we seen it sort of so fast, we have to be like, no, one per each customer.
Yeah.
You have to come in to get it, like not, and it just helped a lot because it brings more people to the store.
Okay,
Yeah.
more traffic. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been limited a lot in life when I'm trying to buy stuff.
Hey, me?
No, not her.
I'm kidding.
It's not her. There's a point in time where Gray Wells was like, bro, you gotta stop coming in and buying in 4 boxes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he would come. Like we would buy these blind boxes, right?
Just
a whole case.
Like loot boxes, basically.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in it, right?
Whole
These are
case.
like kid robots, so they're really, really cool. And then he got me into it, but he would be buying like 2, 3 boxes, 4 boxes at a time. Cases, actually.
Cases.
Money, bro.
Yeah.
I was buying it for him too.
I don't have questions.
Where you get this money, G?
No, it was wild. So yeah, I remember those days. They're like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
They would tell you stop.
Bro, I had to drive to other gray wells. So there was one time
We were hitting every gray well.
I was
in the
circling.
city.
I was in Sandy. I was in Bountiful. I was in Ogden.
Yeah.
One day. And then just driving up and down, just getting these boxes.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I was addicted, but he was like,
I have a problem.
He has a
Limited.
problem.
I have a problem.
I have a very similar problem to him. But the thing is, I know my limits.
I know.
That's the problem.
He doesn't.
There's
he
no
doesn't
limits.
have limits. Exactly. He has no limits.
Oh my
That's
god.
the thing.
Does not compute.
No,
He
for
said
me, I'm
limits?
like,
What
I'll
is
buy
that?
like 5 boxes. It's fine. Not 4 cases.
Jesus
But
Christ.
you're such a busy person. What do you like to do to just relax?
When you're not working, I know you're working all the time, but
Well, I usually go to the gym.
Okay, that's good.
And I also like go to like music concerts, like
Oh, nice.
EDM, rave and stuff.
okay.
Yeah, but that's basically it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's and it's, well as it should because you're so busy, right? And I'm pretty sure you do. The work, is it enjoyable?
It is enjoyable.
Okay.
I love doing work. I feel bored not working,
Yeah.
so that's why I constantly find work to do. And also, growing up in Vietnam, I don't have a lot of opportunity to go do outdoor stuff. So
Right.
when I got into like rave and stuff, and I got like friends, they invite me out to like camping or like
Nice.
trips on that, and that's one thing I love about my job because my schedule is flexible, so that's why I could take time to go on trip and stuff, and it's really like amazing because you can experience those like camping trip that you never experienced before.
Yeah,
and I
didn't-
love that.
Yeah, I didn't think about that too. Like of course, like growing up in the U.S., we kind of have it just in our backyard all the time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see that it's something new that haven't gotten to do before.
Yeah.
And the work-life balance is awesome too, because usually, in my mind, when you talk, I think that you're working from like
yeah,
sunrise
I know.
to
Oh,
sundown,
God.
Yeah.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
So
she is.
Yeah. There was a time I worked a lot.
The brain
like
is
that.
never stopped.
Yeah, because like 2 months ago when I still working nails, 6 or 5 days a week, and then go shopping for Sunny Honey for like a day. But if my friends have like any trip coming, I would take it off. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm not gonna like let work over that, because I feel like I would never be able to do it on my own, like go camping or like go to the lake or
Yep.
go to the beach like that. And if they have something planned out and I just tag along, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
So I will always like priority that first. Yeah.
The opportunity to
Yeah.
be able to do
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that's amazing that you were able to juggle that kind of stuff, because like like they were saying, is when you're talking about running the businesses and, doing nails and stuff, working 5 to 6 days, it's
Yeah.
it makes it seem that you're always already on the go.
Yeah.
But then when the opportunity may arise, you're
Yeah.
like, I can
She
relax.
has the
I have the
power of the
opportunity.
the choice.
But that's also beautiful that, as your own boss,
Yeah.
right, you can choose things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel lucky that I can, run my schedule.
Yeah.
And just do stuff that I like.
Yeah. Well, like for us, we always have to keep working. So this
we're always working, man.
and, you know what's funny is like we feel like we're doing so much, but then we sit down and have an
Bro.
opportunity, like we're entrepreneur like yourself. We're just like,
yeah.
man, we're lazy.
Oh God, bro. I feel like don't even mention it. I mean, y'all do a lot of the work, man. I'm just here half the time.
I think it just depends on people, like I feel like I can work like a corporate job or like work for company like a fixed hours. So that's why I try to like do my schedule, run my business, even it's hard. Sometimes I work like 12 or 13 hours a day,
Yeah.
but I think it's worth it because I have time off anytime I want.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part about 9 to 5 because it's fixed.
Yeah, it's
right?
fixed,
Like, and
yeah.
I feel very constrained on my days, especially when you work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
There's no time for errands even.
Yeah.
Like I had to kind of like split an hour and kind of like figure something out. So
Yeah.
I think it's definitely like a pain point for us right now. But then we'll get there.
Yeah. I feel like it will be. It's hard for you because you have a fixed schedule, but still you have a reward. Yeah, you got insurance stuff that cover for you.
Yeah.
But for us, we're flexible. We have to take care of everything ourselves.
Yeah,
so it's
True.
you. What would you choose?
Yeah. It's what do you want, right?
What do you want?
Yeah.
It's
true.
It's like healthcare.
It's a good way to put it, honestly. It's a good way to put it, though, yeah. Because if you're a business owner, you got to pay for all that, and then your employees on top of that, if you offer it, right?
True.
So, yeah. Shit, I'm 26. I just got booted off that insurance, man.
That's not a good feeling, man.
That's crazy. I've been off insurance since I was like 19.
Yeah.
Like off my parents'
I just
insurance.
pray to God that I don't,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, dude, even getting sick, man. Like I went to when I came back from my honeymoon, I was deathly sick. I was like, my eyes were bloodshot red.
Oh my God.
I was dying. And then I had to go to the doctor. I was like, man, I still gotta pay this shit, man. And it's like and healthcare too. So it's like
pay that every month.
It's lame, bro. It's lame.
So the first time I actually came across was not on the Sunny Honey Boba. It was on your like content page. You kind of have like a content creator page where like, you post things that your travels, your camping and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so how has that been, in your life to being able to juggle that kind of stuff? Because I know it's kind of posing a lot of traction, right?
What do you mean by that?
So that's how I came across your profile. It was like somebody shared it. It was like, you were talking about how you came from Vietnam, started the business stuff, and that was on one of your other pages.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, us as, content creators now, I always look at the views. I always look at how people are doing and like what kind of traction to bring in. Has that opened up more doors for yourself?
Well, that's Instagram is. So I have two. One is kind of private, and the other one is like public, right? So I share like pictures or like trips that I go on my public page. And that video, the one that went viral, I didn't think it would because it was just like a silly post because I saw someone do it. It was like, oh, could be my story. So that's why I posted, and then it went viral, and people start commenting on it. And some some guy just assumed that my family bought my business and I have a sugar daddy and stuff like that. And it was funny because they just been like, oh, you don't know about hard work. You don't know anything. I was like,
oh, goodness.
Based on a post and you judging people like that, I don't have anything to do with you, But it's just more like a page where I share like stuff in my life that I enjoy.
Yeah. The internet's a crazy place, bro.
Yeah,
you got a sugar daddy. You got somebody paying your bills.
I wish.
I wish. Yeah, I was like, I wish I had a sugar daddy.
I wish it was that easy,
bro. For
sugar daddies out there, we're looking,
please. Or sugar mommy.
Yeah.
I am only in the market for sugar daddies.
But not the extra stuff, though.
Not the extra stuff.
If you need to have a conversation with someone, you can call us.
Well, I mean, if we could write it down in the contract. If the extra stuff, you got to give me more money, bro. I got a wife. We got to make some money, bro.
You both got wives. But me, on the other hand, I can do the extra shit.
And I was like, the one thing I want to touch on, too, is like the comment section on Instagram. It makes me sick.
They're ruthless.
Everywhere.
It makes it like,
Everywhere.
especially
They're
like,
ruthless.
I mean, I feel like when I get like Instagram in particular gets very crazy, very toxic, especially like you can be just, even we experienced it too. Just like Joe Schmo's just posting stuff on Instagram. Like we'll get some weird comments where I was like, I don't even know these people.
And Who are you?
It's just kind of, I get so sick of it.
Thank you for watching though.
Thank you.
I think that's the craziest thing is that
it makes no sense.
I literally ignore all that stuff because we got homies that do that go on banter with people like, pick fights and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been so used to it because that's actually me in real life. Like what people are in the comment section, I'm not going to go talk to you guys because it's like, why would I want to go fight in the comments for when I can do that in real life?
If you fight them in a comment, your post will get more interaction, more traffic to your post.
Really?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not
and then
wrong.
it will like show up more and more.
We gotta come up with quick comebacks though, like smart ones.
I have them listed.
Just have them ready.
I have them
we gotta
listed
have
ready.
Just one comment done. That's
it's like, yeah, chef.
Ooh.
That's it.
Corner.
Yeah.
Behind.
Yeah. Because of that one comment, that dude just comment like you sound so toxic. And at first, I got angry, so I've been constantly like reply him in the post, like. And when it got to like 50 comments like back and forth. My boyfriend was like, "You're getting crazy. You are."
Oh my god!
Like I constantly look at my phone and see if he's reply me, and my boyfriend was like, "No, don't look at it anymore. Like you're getting crazy. Put your phone down. Like don't ignore that dude. He doesn't know you." It's like, yeah, but he need to understand.
It's like he don't know me.
He
That's the
don't know
problem.
me. That's
Across
the
the whole
problem.
world. You need to understand.
You know what's crazy? I would do something like that, but then go and delete my comments. So
he
it looks
looks
like he's
crazy?
just fighting with himself.
Why are you talking to yourself?
Yeah, it's like, bro, dude, I haven't been talking to you at all.
Like pocket ain't
That's Fast and Furious quotes.
yeah, dude.
That's it.
That's what I thought you would do.
I actually did do
Forget
that
about
for
it,
a
Cool.
while. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, they're not understanding. Because sometimes you fight with Gen Z or anyone younger, and they're like, what are you talking about, old guy? And I'm like, damn, now they know I'm old. See, you
hate those,
you
man.
age yourself when
Or are you
do-
born in the 1990s?
Bro, I'll be like, I'm going to beef stew you. And they're like,
It's like,
what
you
is
too
that?
old, Unc?
See?
Whatever. You're born in 2000 and?
Oh, jeez. They're here.
And it's funny because I actually watched a video on that, like like how to go viral and stuff. Like you go and comment on people's stuff and on your own videos, and then you just keep replying and replying and replying. I'm like, why would the people do that? But now hearing it is like makes sense.
More engagement.
Engagement.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because
Yeah.
the more engagement you get, your post will spread out.
Let's get toxic, boys.
I was trying to with the salmon joke.
I mean, you did pretty good. Our TikTok's not doing too bad.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
on that post. Like it's not terrible.
Like
I mean,
2,000.
for us,
2,000
you know what I'm
views?
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
Yeah. Hoorah. No, the funny thing is, like, I pride myself. I've been doing this since I was like 16 years old, but I try to get as many likes as possible on my comments, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok. Dude, on YouTube, I got one. It's somewhere like on a GQ video or Esquire video, something like that. It has 5,000 likes. I was like, that's the most likes I've ever had in my life. I was like, fuck.
Famous.
Famous.
With a mask on.
Moose
but
is
you know what
finally out
I'm
the
saying?
woods.
That's
like,
actually
dude.
Moose in the Woods.
That is Moose in the Woods. That was during that era for sure. Oh my God.
This is Dark Knight, era.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go and comment.
I
on
need to
people's
do a
stuff.
whole rebrand. This thing is getting very convoluted, especially with all the other Batmen in the city. Like, I need a definite rebrand for sure.
Can you
Yeah.
just be like a moose that's Batman, though? Like, make a moose that's Batman.
It's very intricate, man.
That'd be
Very
tough. Am I tripping?
Yeah, you're
Like,
tripping.
God damn it.
It's
okay.
very it sounds easy.
I'm
but
not saying
it's
it sounds
not.
easy. I'm just saying you could probably do a cool ass character that's Moose Batman. Like, that's.
I'll work on it. You're giving him too much.
That's why he didn't want to say anything, man.
You're giving him too much. Okay,
You already working on it? Damn it. Okay.
I'm always working on it.
Now I have to go back and do that.
Oh my God.
So what are your goals now?
My goal right now is just pay off debt by the end of this year. Because I still have like high interest debt until the end of this year. So that's what I'm trying to work on. And then some more next year maybe. But also I'm trying to get to sponsor my mom over here. Because
nice.
because I got my citizenship.
Oh.
So I tried to bring my mom here because my sisters, she's studying in Korea now. So I want to be like, my mom's family is close together.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
Wow, you guys as a family have been doing a lot of things.
That's
like
awesome.
from even like your mom running a restaurant, you guys helping out, your sister studying in Korea. That's
Yeah.
a big
That's
thing because that's
amazing,
where a lot of people are trying to go study right now because of,
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a
Education is crazy.
the education system is
Oh.
amazing first of all, but also K-pop.
Yeah.
I was like, I was
It's
thinking
okay,
like,
Paul.
Bro,
it's one of
dude,
these-
they just did the university shows, and I'm so sad that I'm not, in my 20s studying in Korea.
Is it your
God.
younger sister?
Yeah, she's like a year younger.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna go back there. Well, she's been there 6 years.
In Korea?
In Korea to study Korean, and then she come back to Vietnam. And then now she applying for master. So she's coming like next year.
Next year. Okay.
So you're trying to get your mom and your sister over here.
No, just my mom.
Oh,
My
just your
sister
mom?
gonna be in Korea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be nice that your family, that you come from a family that's very dedicated and like, willing to work in education and do that kind of stuff. And then, to have the drive to run a business, first of all, and then come to a different country and then start your own business and run it the way you do.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we get
Yeah.
to see that, firsthand, right?
Yeah.
For your guys' business, like, so the one thing when we look at it in the business is that, is there opportunities for your business to grow and start, franchising yourself, right? Or like, Are you guys open to open another Sunny Honey Boba, more down south from your guys' direction?
So right now, I think what we focus is just like focus on one store, and I want to be like, when people come to Utah, they want to come to Sunny Honey because like the capital is closed. So that's what I focus on. Next up, when I pay off my debt, I want to do like a restaurant, not open another boba store, but a restaurant. Yeah. Because I feel like that's what I really want to do.
Yeah.
But boba is like one step for me to do it. But if there's opportunity, then I could open another Sunny Honey somewhere like down Satagora Spring because my friend has been saying like there's no boba.
Nothing
they would love that down there.
Yeah,
I promise you, they would love that down there.
Like
honestly.
Eagle Mountain, Saratoga,
Lehigh,
Sure.
Down south, the people would love that over there.
They don't have very much versatility yet. They're getting there. I was talking only about food. Okay.
Well, that too.
We don't really have much versatility in Utah anyways.
We do.
With food.
We do.
With food?
With food?
Name one thing that we don't have here.
But I'm saying that you guys don't like the food here.
But name one thing
They don't.
But I
I
cook.
like it.
That's because I cook.
But I'm saying though, you don't like the food that's here.
Yeah, but like I only eat Korean food.
How can it be versatile if you don't like it?
But
like it.
there's options. So he likes
like
it.
it.
Variety? Yeah, for sure.
What do you like here in Utah?
My mom's cooking.
Exactly. Then why would
let's think about this. Okay?
You're out. You're out and
Give me a
about.
second. Give me a second, okay? Let me.
Okay, you think about that. Hold on, and then I want to go back to this because you said you want to open a restaurant. What kind of restaurant would you open?
Yeah,
Well, I
This
wanna
is gonna
know.
be a Vietnamese restaurant.
Yes.
I feel like in Utah we have a lot of Vietnamese restaurant, but when people think to Vietnamese restaurant, they think like a cheap, quick, run. But I want to do is a more like fine dining a little bit, or like a upscale a little bit. Okay. But like like in Vietnam, when you go to one store, they only have one or two dish.
Yeah.
But in America, because when you go to Vietnamese restaurant, you have a lot of dishes, and they don't focus on the flavor because they have too many dishes. But if I want to open my own restaurant, it's gonna be just a few items, but it's gonna stand out because that's what we focus on: the flavor, the fresh, and then it's authentic. That's what I want, and it's upscale. So it's like there's a place for people to go maybe on a date, because I was thinking like, if I wanted to go on a date on a Vietnamese restaurant, it's just like maybe so me in
that's the first one I thought of when you said
But I think that's
really
it.
it,
That's really
So
it.
me's the only one I can think of like that.
And even that, their
of-
menu is crazy. They got like so much on their menu.
And
it's not
I've
as
been
focused.
there, and it's not like the food is not that great to me, but it's a good environment. It's nice, so that's what I want to do. Like because I've seen in California and stuff, they have restaurant like that, and they do really well, and that's what I want to do.
Oh yeah,
like
I think
upscale one.
I think it would work here in Utah because we just recently went to California and we went to this restaurant called Didi, and it's Toyota Bay, right? So it kind of gave us a firsthand look of how, because when you look at Asian food, you don't really think too many other countries can do upscale except for like Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and Vietnamese cuisine. That's how I look at it, right? It's because they are able to take street food and the flavor profiles of those foods and make it high profile. Right? And they can scale it up because you look at Laos food, you like, how much further can you go with Laos food, right?
I mean, you did pay $20 for Psychok at Sub ID Fest,
and I swear I can make it better.
I know you can.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say we can't because maybe I can make something upscale.
You can.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Presentation is everything when it comes to fine dining.
Presentation, ingredients.
Yeah.
The
one thing we need in Utah is an amazing banh mi. That's the only thing. Yeah, every time I go eat somewhere, it always changes, and I just like I can never go back to it. And that's the one. That's actually my favorite sandwich in the world.
Banh mi.
Yeah. Okay.
So, that's what I actually want to have in my restaurant. It's just not just the banh mi, but like the bonnet or banh mi chao. Like you eat it in sizzling pan. So that is like the most like famous
That's
thing.
my favorite.
Like sizzling with the steak and eggs, and you got pate.
You bake it yourself.
Yeah,
I have
you do
to
it
skill it.
yourself.
God damn
that's
it.
what I want to do.
You got to open it right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I think that when I was thinking about it, Utah doesn't really have that for Vietnamese food. So.
Not just in general. Like, there's no upscale Asian restaurants really. PF Chang's is like
PF Chang's the only one.
Chang's,
but like
PF Chang's is kind of
teppanyaki and
I don't
but I'm
count
saying
teppanyaki.
but those are they're not fine dining and upscale, but they're pretty, they're pretty expensive.
You go sit there and eat.
But like a fine dining, you get a server. He's nice and dressed up. You have a nice table, maybe a little candle on there.
Yeah.
I need someone like in Momofuku in Las Vegas to come up and cut my duck and carve it in front of me, and that's what I want.
Serve that shit.
That's fancy.
Yeah.
That's too fancy.
That's real upscale. I ain't paying $200 for duck.
$250.
Yeah,
$250.
Yeah.
Don't lowball me.
Yeah, why are you trying to check his pockets, bro?
I didn't want to check in your pocket. I said I don't want to pay. You check my pocket.
No, honestly, you guys should though, because as the wife is Chinese, she has a very big opinion about how duck tastes, right? And because something they always eat, holidays they always eating duck or pork, right? And so I see how picky they are when it comes to duck. I don't really eat duck like that.
I get that.
I eat the drumstick, and that's really it. That's that's like the best piece. Like the
Really?
skin.
You don't eat?
I like the skin.
Oh,
the skin's
duck.
good. Yeah.
But
like
sometimes
duck in
you eat a
general.
dark meat, like a dark meat with the piece,
bitter,
and it's
yeah.
like, what the hell did I just eat?
Yeah.
Right?
It's like grainy almost from the fattiness of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like eating like a raw liver.
yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like,
Ooh.
yeah.
But when you go to Momofuku and you try this upscale duck, you're like, I get it. Yeah, chef.
No, yeah. When you guys talked to or told us about it like 5 times, like we definitely, I'm definitely want to go. It's on my list. Even though David Chang, I have mixed feelings about you, but you are a very good chef. Very good chef.
It's like how you want to listen to R. Kelly.
Yo, dude, don't put me out like that. God. Do I have to tell the backstory again?
I can fly.
Track 14 on my cousin's burnt CD, guys.
Shit.
Well, yeah, no, and I applaud you for having those dreams here, and you wanted to do stuff like that because, with Utah's community growing and how Asians are starting to open more businesses, and the younger generation is starting to open more businesses, it's starting to have more highlights on our culture and the community that we have, right?
Yeah.
So I applaud you for wanting to do that and pushing to get something like that going.
It's just like Tay said. It's just you're living the American dream, like in from like cultures behind you, like people that wanted to come here, own their own business, and then somewhat do it successfully. So like that's amazing. It's a beautiful thing to.
Thank you.
And it wasn't easy for you too.
Yeah.
Like,
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's still not easy.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it's going well.
Yeah.
I think it's going well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for coming here and sharing your story with us, because now we get to see that the type of person you are is that you kind of like see the brighter things in life. Is that it could get worse, but you're gonna find out how to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Journey.
But this is the end of the podcast. We'd like to thank you for coming on. We do open up the platform right here to, if you have any shout outs, so you want to shout out the business or anybody, you can go ahead and do that now. And then we have our ending segment. It's called a chef special. It's just free advice to the viewers, or if you have a recipe you would like to share, that's something you can also share as well.
I feel like this is when I started my business, and David told me that, are you confident? And I told him like, I have to make it work. Like you have to. There's no way out. So it's if you want to do something and you believe it, you gotta like give like 120% of you to make it work. Like it's gonna be hard at first. But it's gonna pay back. Yeah, that's what I
would say.
follow.
Yeah.
So just chase your dreams and don't be a weenie. Try hard, okay?
Do your best, man.
I like how there's like different variations. Like you guys are night and day. Like he's like very nice about it. He's very aggressive about it. Like, just go out there and put 120% in life and into the people you have in your life, because those people are going to be the ones supporting you and being able to push you to your next level.
And then he has to articulate it like we're
He's like right in the middle.
Yeah. Like, okay, bro, I get it. You're smart. You're smart.
I'm not smart.
Okay, the duck is good, man. The duck is good. Okay?
It's amazing. Hold on. It's not good. It's amazing, okay? First of all, you guys didn't try that elotes. The way that
Elopes?
dude,
we get it. We're gonna go.
the way that the waiter described it, we didn't even order it. He said, "Bro, have you ever ate elotes?" I'm like, "Yes." He goes, "Imagine elotes getting out the hood and got an education." And I was like,
That's what he said, dude.
"That's literally what he said. That's what he said." And I was like, "Bring it out, bring it out." And he's like, "Bro, it's free." That was the best part. And he was like, "Bro, I got it for you."
Even tastes better.
Yeah, it tasted better, free, and then it was out the hood. And I like the way he described it, man. That's all.
I gotta go finish the bear tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so sad.
No.
I'm so sad.
I was
that it ended.
watching
It's over?
Not
House of the
over, but
Dragon
it's
yesterday.
done.
Season is up. The season's done or the show's done?
Yes, just season's done.
Okay. Season done. They all came out at the same time.
The Bear.
So you got to watch it.
Watch The Bear, guys, if you guys haven't.
It's a non-negotiable for you to comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
See, he knows that much. But
we taught him well.
Thank you, Cassie, for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
We're going to have to stop by and do a video at Sunny Honey and
Please
see what we can
do.
do. Get some boba. Maybe even collaborate on something.
Yeah,
maybe
do.
design some shirts for you guys and see what we can do.
We're going to make the gingerbread cup edible.
Oh.
On the shirt.
We should do like a collab where you guys, if you want to give away, we can do a collab together and just get more, you know.
Yeah,
for sure. We'd love to.
Yeah, because we got a lot of people want to like collab with us. Right now we're gonna do a giveaway where people like kind of do the rack like this, like custom rack.
Oh.
And I feel like I want to help out like small business like that too, like to get more recognition.
Yeah.
And so feel free to contact me.
Yes, we definitely will do that. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Cassie, for joining us here. Make sure you guys try Sunny Honey Boba. Make sure you guys try Playku. And then, make sure you guys follow everything in the description below.
Episode 94. Like I said, comment, like, and subscribe.
Peace out, y'all.
Play excellent, play beautiful, and play proper. Stupid.